2015 MX2 World Championship was played out between two teenagers, but both Pauls Jonas and Tim Geiser found a deeper strength as they battled for the title for the first time. As always, the favourite to win was Jeffrey Herlings, but he knew he wasn't anywhere near ready when he lined up in Qatar.
It's been a crazy hell of a ride. I mean, breaking a femur is a big thing, so it's the biggest bone of your body. So it took a while to get back from it, but we made it to Qatar and just try to go out and do our best. It's the first time I'm really emotional about a win, and it just means so much to me because I've never been going through so many bad things, and it's been tough, but glad to be here.
Herlings got his fairy tale win in Qatar and Thailand in round 2, but things started to get away from him at round 3 in Argentina. A collision with his teammate Jonas wiped him out of race 1, and he had to refocus in race 2 with no chance of getting the overall. He got the win and the red plate, but notice was served. This would be no picnic for the Bullet, as at round 4, Tim Geiser rode the race of his life.
Three laps before the finish I did mistake, almost crash, and then also the lap riders was in front of me and they blocked me a little bit. Jeffrey gained some seconds and he closed really on my real wheel, and it was game on. Then in the last lap he made a mistake, he crashed, and then actually I didn't know it. I was just pushing hard till the checkered flag. It was really something special, you know, to win a GP for first time. Actually, at first I didn't believe that I did it, but then when I hear everybody around the track, and then I know it that I did, and it was just unbelievable.
A double win in Valkenswaard was a given for Herlings, but it was another rider that came to the fore as Herlings hit the deck in Spain. It was Valentin Guillot who notched up his first overall, and he backed it up with a daring win in the UK. The Swiss rider was a new man on the Yamaha, and people began to wonder if he could be champion.
Sometimes people ask me, hey, we can still call you Valentin. I say, you know, I'm still the same. I just won 2 GP, but I'm still the same guys. And I just have a bit more respect from people who before didn't say hello, but now they were thinking I was a funny guy, you know, just laughing all the time. But now they can see that I work hard.
The French GP was in Villars-sous-Écot, 80 kilometres from Guillot's house, and everyone thought he would win again, but race 2 was hard to watch. Guillot would win again in the Czech Republic, but the wind had left his sails for a time, while Herlings proved a point over Geiser to take the win. Herlings was in control with 6 riders vying to topple him, but after what happened in 2014, nobody expected that lightning would strike twice. Herlings was out, his challenge a thing of the past. Who would step up to take on the future? 6 riders had the chance. Not one of them made it look easy. By round 17, we had only 2 riders left in contention. Geiser had the red plate and it was up to Jonas to turn his luck around. Was he nervous?
No, that's just another race. For sure I'm gonna do the best, and I think many people think that I cannot do it. So I'll try to prove that wrong.
He won race 1 in Mexico, but then this happened. One lap down, Jonas struggled on with his dreams in tatters. Thomas Covington rode his luck and got a fine maiden Grand Prix win. Geiser had to just hold it together for one more round. He led by 18 with 50 on the table, and Jonas was prepared to make him work for it to the final turn.
It's just cool, you know, that it was battle for the championship and the final runs between us. We are still young, 18, 19 years old, and it was just amazing. And what I like it was okay, we have fight. We were fighting for the title, but it was really clean, you know. Also today, it was clean racing, you know, without any dirty moves, you know, and that's what makes motocross really nice sport. It was a little bit emotional, you know, when I went over there last lap, when I saw in the pit lane, you know, all my mechanics, the family, all the guys over there, you know, it was just amazing feeling. And then, you know, crossing the finish line for the final time in 2015 was just amazing, you know. On the beginning, we didn't expect that, you know. We have pretty tough first half of the season. Many times I didn't finish the races, you know. It was tough, but on the end everything went really good. You know, we changed something with my dad in the relationship, and we are just teenagers, and you know, I was trying to do a little bit on my own, but you know, see that without him I can, you know, I cannot be so good like when he helped me, and we was fighting a little bit, and you know, just so thankful that we stayed together. We changed something between each other, relationship, and you know, the second half of the season went really good, you know. It was tough, you know, but we went through these tough times, and you know, now I think my family and myself, we are living the dreams. Being good on the races, I think I pay back him and all my family, and that's just amazing.
Roman Bevera, the rookie, defied all expectations to win the MXGP title in 2015.
It's everything to me. Since I was young, I dream about that every day, you know. So when you get your first title, when you realize your dream, it's something really special. And you know, I know that everybody cannot realize this dream, you know.
The first race, and also in Thailand, the second race, you know, to see the difference between the other rookies, you could already see a big gap between Romain and all the other guys that stepped up from the MX2 class.
First blood in Qatar went to an old hand, Max Nagel, and with it, the red plate. Nagel was hurt by the heat note in Thailand and lost the red plate to Dessau. But the real news was the rampage of MXGP newcomer Ryan Villopoto, making waves after a horrible set of races in Qatar.
I mean, Qatar might as well have not happened, but you know, myself and a little bit of bike setup, and we had some little problems. But you know, as for you know, just the whole weekend started off a little bit wrong. But then Thailand, we went back. We were able to get some better settings and come back and do Thailand, and that one was a much better weekend.
Villopoto's run was short, as Argentina was a happy place for Max Nagel on the Husqvarna. For many, race 2 in Neukölln was the race of the season, with the 4 championship favourites head-to-head. Nagel took the overall, Sal kept him honest, and Cairoli and Villopoto were once more there, just trying to get into the hunt for the red plate. Plate that Nagel was more than happy to wear.
Yeah, I like it, because that's a bit paying off, you know, when you make good results, people start being interested in you. And when we said, like, in the winter it was all about Tony and Villopoto, nobody was talking about me or us. So I always say that action speaks louder than words. And now I finally could make some good results, and the people start asking. So it's nice, I like it, yeah.
weight of expectation was on Ryan Villopoto, and at the first Euro round at Pietramarata in Italy, tens of thousands turned out to see him race. What they actually saw was something for motocross history. Villopoto was down and out, unceremoniously dumped from his MXGP campaign, and as DeSalle also tasted dirt, Max Nagel went on to win another GP and extend his championship lead. It had been a tough start to the year for Honda new boy Gauthier Paulin, but things were about to get a lot better in the sands of Valkenswaard. Things were certainly looking up for the Frenchman, but he was about to be overshadowed by a countryman as we moved on to Spain. Cairoli switched it to the 450 and may have won the overall, but it was Febvre who swung into view with a maiden podium, passing both Nagel and Cairoli in the process. Cairoli won the overall in the UK, but it was Febvre who stole the show with his maiden race win, and we were ready for a legendary championship run. And then bad things started to happen. First, DeSalle couldn't keep his shoulders in their sockets. Then Cairoli crashed in front of his home crowd in qualifying. And Nagel tried to match him by breaking his leg in Germany. 3 riders out of the fight in 3 rounds. While the historical favourites took themselves out of the equation, we all wondered who would fill the void. Step forward, Romain Febvre at his home Grand Prix in France.
The best moment, for sure, it was to get the title, but the best race, it was in France for my first GP victory and at home. It's always amazing to win at home, so the ground was just amazing. From far, it's the best moment in the season.
It wasn't all plain sailing for Febvre. With Cairoli desperate to race despite his injury, the Italian GP was a nasty mud race, and one that caught Febvre out in race 2.
I remember when I jump, I take the takeoff and I jump on the side, I say, oh, that's not good. And I was thinking, yeah, if I'm not injured by this crash, yeah, I'm really lucky. After I could ride with the bike, the handlebar bent and without front brake.
Despite all that, he raced and won the GP, and it was a true champion's performance and set him on a roll for Germany and Sweden. In Latvia, Paulin tried his best and was able to reduce the gap at the top before we attacked the deep sands of Lommel. Where a certain Scotsman had plans to ruin the party. Step forward, Sean Simpson.
Being the first or the second KTM, you know, in the second part of the season, it brings no pressure to myself. I'm just going out to do my job on the track, and it's nice to feel like I'm, you know, a good asset to KTM, and it's nice to be, you know, racking up them points for KTM as well. I know when my day comes, I will be up front, and I do know I have the speed to run up front. You know, recently my starts have been letting me down a lot, but I think, you know, get the right track, the right day, and I can show everyone that I can run up front and win motos and get podiums too.
They were prophetic words from Simpson, but his confidence was well placed as he stormed to a maiden double in Lommel's Sandy Quagmire. Simpson was untouchable and Paulin tried to keep his hopes alive, but Fevre was just too strong and achieved something truly special when he took the title in Assen with 2 rounds to spare.
When you get the title and when you was the best in a season, that's, yeah, mentally changed something, you know. You know that what you did before, it's on a good way, so I will work on that for sure. This year it came, the result came so fast, and I again make a big step on my progression, on the speed, on everything. So I feel that I'm not on my limit, you know. I can still push myself and be more fast and consistent. So I think that's a good point. Yeah, because I think every year I can do one step farther and be better.
Fevre took his form with him to the biggest event of the year, the Motocross of Nations, where Team France of Fevre, MXGP number 2 Gauthier Paulin and former MX2 world champion Marvin Musquin were looking to hold on to the Chamberlain Trophy in front of their adoring home crowd. Race 1 was MXGP and MX2, and it was all about France versus the USA. This race was Paulin and Musquin against Jeremy Martin and Justin Barsha. Right from the get-go, it was on, with Barsha on the number 7 and Musquin riding number 2 in the race of the year. Barsha got the win in race 1, and with the crash of Paulin, it meant the USA had the upper hand, and France needed to come out swinging for race 2. And that's exactly what they did. Fevre on the number 3 machine was on a mission. taking the lead from Cooper Webb of the USA to the delight of the crowd. It was pretty much neck and neck going into the final moto. The crowd were deafening as Febvre did what he'd done all year and moved into the lead, past Townley of New Zealand. The USA riders rode together, but a stall from Webb knocked the wind out of their sails. And even the late charge of Barsha to pass Paulin wasn't enough to deny the French their home soil victory. Febvre took the win to cap off an incredible year, and the French nation was on its feet to salute their heroes. 2015 signed off in some style.